Okay, so I'm back. This is another video on using CodeFinder. So here's my CodeFinder. I open that up. A few things I didn't show before. One, if you want to go back to a search, go up here to File, click on File, Import Search, go and find the search you want to find. I have a bunch of different ones that I've done, but just to show you this one here's on cotton. Again, over here, if you click on the right mouse button, it will change it over to the English words. So we have cotton, cottonwood, cotton made, moth cotton. You click on the folder. This one here has all of those words in there. Expand that up. And again, it's about midway. And there it is. So all of those are in here. Now, you may be wondering why my matrix is so narrow. And that's because these words, let me show you up here. If you want to know more about your search, you can go up here to View and click on Report. And when Report opens up, all of these are at a skip of 7. So what I do, and go back to that, what I do is here in my settings, I go to Option, down to Settings, and then you can see over here my matrix is at 7. If I change this to, say, 60, and say OK, now my word's going across this way. And it'd be really hard to follow every seventh letter. Every seventh letter. So by changing that in options, because I know that these are at a skip of 7, by changing that in settings to 7, now they're all on top of each other. Now I know that every one of these words or letters is in a skip of 7. So if I look in here for a word, it's going to be at a skip of 7. Everything in here is going to be at a skip of 7, up and down. Now, if you do diagonal, it won't be at a skip of 7, but all of these are at a skip of 7. So that's that. So to start, you're going to start a new search. So far, I've only searched the Torah and War and Peace. Those are the only two things I've searched. War and Peace, I was able to find somewhat of a sentence if I got up into 44,000 skip or something like that. It was a really high skip. So that's where that's at. Anyways, so you can search War and Peace and look to see what the difference is and what you can find in it. You really can't find a lot unless you're really out there in skips. I use the Torah, so I say OK. Go to my settings. Change this to 80 when I start out. Like I say, this number here doesn't really matter. You can make this. Usually what I've seen recommended is plus or minus 50 thou. I'll do that here. But like I say, for me, I found that it doesn't really matter. It will only go as far as it can go anyway, which I think this number is 304,804. So plus or minus is as far as that can go. Anyways, and then you put in your search. Now, again, I've already done this. I'm going to drag this in. For me, the most important thing right now is learning about the codes inside the codes. So this is looking for a code is my main sentence in the middle. And in here, I was able to find stuff crossing it in both directions and up and down that all seem to have to do with the code. Now, I don't know about you, but I believe my creator is an organized and does things in order. Unlike me, I'm pretty much chaotic and don't do anything in order. But I believe our creator does. You can see that in everything in nature. We wouldn't have the laws of physics and the laws of math and all that stuff if there wasn't an order. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the order. All of these I was able to pull out of this matrix, which is quite amazing that all of this was in there. A little easier to see probably up here if I drag this one down. Oops. All of this stuff. So anyways, I am trying to find the order. I believe from everything I've read on the codes, it basically says that from the beginning of time to the end of time, everything, everybody, and everything is in the first 5 books of the Bible. In order for that to be true, there is literally thousands of stories stacked on top of each other. So trying to find how to pull the right story without pulling things that don't belong is what I'm looking for now. I hope this video has helped. I hope that you're out there doing some codes. I think eventually I'm going to start doing things where I'll just do a screenshot with what the skip is of all of these letters, and you can just literally, without the software, you could literally just sit there with Google Translate and see what words you can pull out of these lines. This particular one is at a skip of, we go up here to view report, we're at a skip of 151,686 is what this skip is at. And I only have one in there at minus that number. This down here is supposed to tell you significance and all that stuff here. I don't understand what it's saying down here. I have had some things that I thought, well, take for instance, you can pull in like this one here, and it gives you this 12 R factor. And then I'll throw in, and then that will take this number to like 15 up here. But then when I add in all these others, it lowers this number. So I don't know, you would think this number would go up, not down, but it does. And I don't know why. But anyways, I hope this has been helpful. I will share some other videos eventually here. This is just a quick one to show you where I'm at and what I'm doing. Pretty much my search right now is on the codes, and I'm looking for the structure, which is kind of funny because that came up in here, searching for a structured code. So that's kind of interesting. So now I will let you guys go. Thank you for watching.